and blessings, and welcome to episode number 74 of the No Filter Show. Now, before we get started, I just want to check in with you guys. I hope everything is okay. I hope you're maintaining your sanity, because right now in this time, we all are not used to being in the house this long. And for those that are sick, and for those that have passed on, my prayers and blessings go out to you. Now, one thing I did pick up on during this whole quarantine is that the whole world is either a news anchor person, a DJ, a producer, a rapper, or a singer. If half y'all don't get Chaz's ass out of here with all that bullshit. Whatever happened to content, originality, creativity? Tell me what the heck has happened to presentation? Lord, if I see one more bathroom, kitchen, or living room with sheets up for curtains as a background while they spitting they 16, I was gonna go crazy. But I have to honestly say, we as fans have to blame ourselves for the current state of this bullshit that we're seeing in our timeline. Now, when you see it at a global scale, when you see that there are millions of people that are copycats, nobody's original. I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing these people talking about, I'm about to come with something brand new. I'm about to come with something you ain't never heard before. Boy, that's that same My First Sony Casio keyboard. Show grandmama what you done created. Y'all got me lightweight embarrassed to say that I'm a rapper. So I use the term lyricist, not loser. Now on today's episode, we're gonna pay homage to Busta Rhymes. Now Busta, you don't know Chaz, but I feel like you my brother, family. And I'll tell you why. When you were with leaders of the new school, I seen you as an individual, as part of a group. When you went solo and did The Coming, oh my goodness. See, there's little things that had taken place on that album that some people didn't even pay attention to. For an example, Busta Rhymes was damn near rhyming every word in a whole 16. In some cases, majority of the song, the same word. Now, I don't think y'all understand. As remedial as some of y'all lyrics are out here, and as repetitive as Chaz is, you mean to tell me the beat and what you got on in your background defines who you are as a lyricist? Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. And we the fans just wanted something to dance to and totally forgot about the common sense. Meanwhile, this was a perfect opportunity for corporate America to make all the lyricists seem like they were from a lighter hue and have us all looking like this out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ned Haverly.
I want you to know that I'm a ragged but right. Whole black and living like you people ask why. Porterhouse steak every day for my board. That's more than all you rounders in this town can afford.
Now, I know some of y'all may have felt a certain type of way by seeing that, but that was a reality in America. And in most cases, it was Caucasians behind that African asparagus face. But if a black man did have to play blackface, guess what? He had to paint himself darker and portray an image of something embarrassing and belittle himself, kind of like how your baby mama talk about your package, in order for them to survive. And here it is, we go and volunteer remedial lyrics, remedial production, mediocre or garbage song, trash ass. Give them a dance courtesy of it, and then they snatch your punk ass up in a 360 deal. Majority of that go to possibly back pay child support, government taxing Chaz ass on everything else. And with your goof looking ass, I know you gotta keep up with your wardrobe out here looking like a bag of hot Cheetos. Flame. I'm trying to figure out who created the rule that you have to dumb down your lyrics to make a good song. Whoever made up that idea concept, I guarantee you they wearing a suit and tie sitting somewhere high to make you look low Exploit how you live and glorify it, detail it for them so they can continue to create a blueprint to keep Chaz's ass and your legacy in the same predicament. Now, I'm not saying don't rap about miscellaneous abstract BS sometimes, but put some effort in the lyrics and in the technique. A lot of people that I talk to, when I spit lyrically to them in person, they say I got that old school flow. So wait a minute. Old school means using intellectual words, having an intellectual conversation, even when goofing off while rhyming your words. Whereas new school, not saying shit, not really meaning shit, more move your body than to make you think, and it dumbs down your philosophy on life, love, happiness, which y'all think is tangible type shit. You got people out here refusing to go and make a living because they still stuck on when I grow up syndrome. Motherfucker, you about 40-something years old. And the cold thing is, instead of preaching knowledge into the younger generation, the older generation dumbed it down to compete with the younger generation, sacrificing wisdom and knowledge to this bullshit you see right here.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Why on earth would a black performer put on blackface and demean him or herself?
Look, this is the 19th century. They had limited options. They were expected to. You know, here is this, in some way, erasing of individuality. Look on the stage. Here are these characters who are somewhere between types, stereotypes, and caricatures. You can be fascinated, you can be excited, but you can always feel superior. It contained very sentimental songs about slave times and being back on the old plantation. And when Negroes, the performers, went to the city, they were often, you know, showed in very buffoonish circumstances.
This is why I love Busta Rhymes as an artist. And he had such a heavy impact on technique and skill when it came to developing and learning as an MC myself. Now Busta can make a party track, a street track, a baby we about to get sexy tonight track, juicy, an abstract track, you name it. He's created trends with different patterns of his style and transcended in each decade. And this is why I don't understand why Busta isn't on anybody's top list. And to this day, he's still very relevant, even with the young generation. He's transcended so much, even the younger generation are not aware of the old Busta. See this Busta right here, Chaz? Youngsters don't know nothing about that right here. This is a perfect song example of what I was talking about. In every verse, Busta is rhyming the same rhyming word throughout the whole 16. That's creativity. And then he found a beat to match the cadence. Oh my God, that's what I can't stress enough. Some of yous asses out there trying to sound so much like that person, or that person, or that person, until the format that you're rhyming to doesn't even go together. Like some of y'all relationships. That's one person I would love to meet and interview. Just the whole experience of it all. Because if you look at the list of artists that Busta Rhymes has collaborated with, that just shows you how versatile this man is as an artist. My favorite albums of his: The Coming, Anarchy, The Genesis. Damn, Extinction Level Event was good too. Shit. Man, he just had a lot of dope albums. And yet and still, people only refer to Busta to his current material, when this man has been putting it down for decades, literally. Not this patty cake baker's man, Dr. Seuss, ducking baby mama goose, hot cat on a hot tin roof ass shit y'all spitting right now. It's ridiculous how some of y'all look. Then you talk about the industry and how the industry, that's how the industry is. Since when did you let the industry be your boss man? I thought you was self-made. But what I don't understand, where we got lost somewhere in this whole thing, is we allowed them to turn us to Sambos, Pixies, Pickaninnies, Moon Crickets. That's a funny one though. And we just dancing along to it. Dancing to the beat of the drum and thinking that this is who we are and what defines us. Now don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with entertainment, but match it with your relevance and intelligence. Busta Rhymes is the perfect example of that. For an example, Busta Rhymes has had some of the most animated videos that you've ever seen. However, Busta ain't never sacrificed, that I can recall, his lyrical art and dumb it down to a baby learning how to talk while teething in order to make a hit. And the proof is in your timeline. Don't worry, I'll wait. Go ahead and scroll your timeline. If you're a part of any of these music groups or not, chances are there's somebody in your timeline with the most basic type of sound you have heard. Man, miss me with that originality crap. That ain't got nothing to do with originality. I could take 2 straws and a paperclip and be more creative musically than that shit. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to debate about back then versus right now. No, I'm talking true evolution. Now, all these fancy backgrounds and things like that, that's awesome. That's entertainment for the eyes. What about entertainment for the ears and the brain? The problem is we got so stuck on music that make your body move that we done forgot about music that make you think. That's why I love this whole quarantine thing. A lot of people, including my children, are going back to old school music instead of this BS that's out right now. And I'm gonna predict something to some of y'all basic math-ass rappers and producers. If you don't figure out how to be more authentic and more skilled at what you do, your ass about to be left by the curbside like yesterday's trash. Because all this trend and fad crap that y'all getting into, rappers trying to sing who can't sing. Matter of fact, who the hell invented auto-tune? And what kind of crack were you on? Were you listening to grandma or grandpa on the voice box or some shit like that? And I'm not dissing anybody specific or Pacific, depending on what part of the map you're from. What kind of person would I be if I didn't encourage you to step your game up or your bars up? I mean, you artists are starting to remind me of these coon-ass pixies that we used to stare at the TV and get upset about watching. And y'all volunteering for it. Now again, Busta Rhymes was the perfect package in the sense of an artist, because he always had an entertaining concept. He's always had overall dope beats behind him. And the man kept lyrics on deck. Do you understand that? Lyrics. I'm not trying to share, support any of this bullshit that y'all on. No disrespect, get your money if it's your job. But I don't see nobody running to my job to donate me money and me sharing my career with y'all on career day. It has evolved into something totally different. And if you ever want a suggestion on artists to look towards for that inspiration of creativity, not to copy, but inspiration, check out all the No Filter shows that are posted on YouTube and my IG page. I want to say thank you, Busta Rhymes, for not only being a dope artist and continuing to do you and not sacrificing your lyrics for the sake of the check, but you played a heavy role on making sure I keep my bars up. Artists like you made sure my pen didn't rest or my improvisational freestyle skills never get rusty. And without further ado, lyrics by C Keys, production courtesy of Busta Rhymes. The No Filter Show, episode number 74. Peace and blessings.
Oh, shout out to Busta Rhymes, paying homage to one of them. Salute to gods. And if you whack, just turn around and set it off like, give it to them like, Why some of y'all ain't got the balls? I figure I would speak on it. How the f you let these sit ducks waddle and sneak on in, taking what is sacred and stripping it down to naked. So brittle, a little basic, no structural form and tasteless. Remember when the lyrics mattered freakier than Jason? Punchlines cause crime, call a Perry Mason. Break it down to format, flatter than a doormat. Forensics and chemics, they enter investigation. Pen and pad bleed like a monthly ministration. Rhyming over beats, clearing every type of word speech. Big ol' Betty heard me, Biddy wanna serve me. Difference is sicker and bigger imagination. Face it, money got you pixie the coon. Get a watermelon looking like a clip from a cartoon. Aim it at a target, a harpoon. But don't be a puppet till you're done talk, sit in the dark room.